Head coach Steve McNamara. Any questions, please?
Steve, you must be pretty stoked you're in the final. Good performance against the Kiwis in Hull.
Yeah, it was a good performance. I think we fixed a couple of things up what we felt let ourselves down slightly the week before against Australia, and I think, as we spoke about after the game, pretty composed and controlled and measured. It's probably the best way to describe it.
How are the bodies?
Good. Yeah, good. We've got a great medical team, great S&C staff. They've kept the players in great condition, both the players who have been playing and the ones who haven't. And they look like they've pulled up through the game good. And obviously we had the one concern before the game, and we'll see how Gareth progresses throughout the week.
Do you expect Gareth to be fit?
I expect him to give himself the very best chance to be fit. I think everybody in the room knows what type of professional Gareth is. He was very close to being fit for the game this week, very close. So I would be probably surprised if he wasn't available this week.
So what did you make of England?
Yeah, I agree with Steve. They were very well drilled. I've said it all along, they've been getting better as a squad. They've had pretty much the same squad too for the last 3 games since France, so their understanding is much better, particularly amongst the halves. They're well disciplined, control the ball as well, not too many mistakes, so that's what it takes to win big games.
You know how good Gareth Ellis is. What difference will he make if it comes out?
Well, I think they missed him when they lost him against us. I think he was having a strong game, so he's a quality player and you want to have all your people available if you can.
Jamie, how important is this game for England for the local game?
Yeah, it's huge really. I think it's pretty important that we got to the final and we're pleased we've done that. I think people over here expect us to get to the final when we have a 4 nations over here, and then whatever happens on Saturday happens.
How much more will you have to step up? We know it's another step up, but...
Yeah, we will have to do, yeah. Australia, they might not be the world champions, but for me they're the best team in the world, and we're going to have to lift the game again if we want to try beat them on Saturday.
You were involved 2 years ago, Steve, how better are England now, better prepared for this week?
I think time will tell, but I think what the group have done is concentrate on the process of trying to get performance at the end of the week, and I think certainly that'll be the case this week. We don't need telling any more times how long it is since we've not beaten Australia or New Zealand in a major tournament, and since we last won a World Cup or whatever it may be. But we certainly won't be getting obsessed with that fact. We're obsessed with the fact of getting our preparation right, going through the process of what the players have been doing every single week, and continually keep improving.
Darren, how does it feel on the Monday of your last week as a player?
Not too different, to be honest. My thoughts aren't with the fact that it is my last game. My thoughts are on the game, and the focus is on what I need to do this week to get myself and the team ready for Saturday.
Does it make it more special that you're facing the old foe in the final?
Yeah, I guess over my career I've had a lot of battles with England here at Ellen Road, and it holds some good memories for me. Not so good ones as well, but I'm looking forward to Saturday. It should be a great experience. The atmosphere, this is what test footy is about.
Your shoulder okay?
Yes, it's okay.
So have you got your team together in your head?
Yeah, we've got a couple of bumps and bruises from last night, so we'll assess that today. But and obviously I've got to decide on a wingman to out of the 2 boys that played last night. So, but we're pretty close to where we want to be. Yeah.
You see that being the only change to the Wembley team?
I didn't say that. I just said we'll be. I've got a pretty fair idea of what we're going to be doing, but we'll make that decision later on the week.
Is Boyd okay, Tim?
Sorry?
Is Boyd okay for that back?
Yeah, it was just a clash. He showed no ill effects later, so I was concerned initially when he went down, but no, he seemed to be fine.
You're going to name your team midweek?
Well, whenever we have to. I'm not sure of exactly when we have to, but when we have to.
Tim, what are the thoughts on your departing captain this week?
Well, it'll be a big hole in the Australian side. So you know, champions don't come along every day, and I don't use that word lightly. Generally, you use that word when the player's at the end of his career and he's been there, done that, and Darren certainly is that sort of player. So you know, he will be a big hole in the Australian side. But you know, then obviously we're going to have to look next year to fill that hole. I mean, there was a bit of that last night with Cooper Cronk and Jonathan Thurston playing, but you know, his spot isn't cold yet, so I'm not going to start pushing him out yet, naming who's going to be there. But a lot of things to happen yet. But yeah, it will be a major loss to the team.
It's also a landmark fixture for Adrian Morley this week, 50th cap. That's quite an achievement.
Yeah, huge. I think he's 50 not out, as he keeps telling everyone. He's got no intentions yet of banging his boots up, and neither should he, you know, with the form that he's in at this moment in time. And it's a tremendous achievement to get to 50 caps, and be the first player in obviously in English history to do that. So I think it deserves all the plaudits that he should get.
You're a bit envious, Jamie, also?
No, I agree with Macca. He deserves everything he gets. You know, he's been involved in the game for a long time and been one of the best players for Great Britain over the last 15 years. So yeah, I'm really pleased for him that he's got to 50 caps. I think it's an amazing achievement to say nobody else has done it before in this country.
Darren, if you had to pick one memory from the games that you played at Ellen Road, what do you think that one would be?
Oh, probably my first game here. It was 97. Just because I was on my first tour, 20-year-old, it was like Christmas for me. I remember, you know, some of the players I played with that day were, you know, Laurie Daly, Brad Clyde, Brett Mullins, Kenny Nagus. You know, they were, for me, they were, you know, my idols when I was a kid. And then be over here playing against England at Ellen Road in the decide of an Ashes series was pretty special.
How would you rank this present England side amongst all the others that you played against?
Well, they're going, you know, to beat New Zealand 28-6, and at Wembley, you know, I thought the game could have been a totally different outcome for a couple of things. So, you know, we understand and we know that they're going really well, and they look very focused on doing well. So, we need to have the same approach because they're a quality team.
Do you know who's going to be the referee on Saturday?
No.
Have you any thoughts about who should be the referee?
No, it's not my concern. As the coach of England as to who should referee this game. You know, that's up to the authorities, and I'm sure they'll make the appointment in due course.
Have you any thoughts, Tim, on the ref Saturday?
Well, the process is in they will referee 2 games each, and the process apparently is that the best referee will get it. So that decision will be made by the officials that are running it at the moment.
You don't expect a neutral referee then?
Well, last year we had played New Zealand and had Tony Archer do the final. So, you know, I think whoever's in the best form should get it. I think that's as good a way of selecting it as any.
Jamie, does the knee feel fine after Saturday?
Yeah, it's okay, yeah. It's got one more game in it definitely this year, so it'll be fine.
Darren, have you got some thoughts on Adrian Morley, because you've been locking horns with him since 97?
Yeah, Moz, it's a great achievement. You know, 50 tests. You know, he's been around for a long time, and he sounds like he's going to keep going for a while. Yeah, so that's you know, a testament to the person he is. That he's, you know, he wants to do the best for his country, and you know, I know he's well respected by all the Australian players, and you hear that the people over here in England and his teammates enjoy playing with him. So that's you know, that's as good as a testament for a person as anything.
Steve, has Gareth Carvell given you a bit of a selection headache?
Yeah, I thought he came and did very well, and obviously we needed to replace Gareth Ellis last week, and we went with an extra front row for that game. Again, we'll assess where we're at as the week progresses, but certainly himself